Good morning, LEGO Super Mario fans. This is Brickwise coming to you with a complete field guide for the LEGO Series 3 character packs for LEGO Super Mario. These are packs number 71394. And today I'm going to tell you what to look for if you have a blind bag that is completely unopened and you're trying to find out what is inside of it. This is how you would figure that out. So, for the Bashful Boo, which was my most recent video before this one, there's a couple of parts to look for on this one. Number one is this part right here. That one actually may be a little bit harder than the other parts I'm going to show you right now, but they are, take these off, this piece right here. The 2x3, this is the only set that has this in it in this entire series, and this has two of them. That makes this one pretty easy to find. Honestly, I think that's the one you'd want to look for first. Next up, we have Krunker. With Krunker, you've got a couple pieces you can look for. This right here, in my opinion, is the easiest one. It's a 2x3 piece with a slant on the side, similar to Boo, but different enough that it's easy to determine which is which. Also, only set in this series that has the clouds. It has two clouds, so you could find it with that as well. Next, we will talk about the scuttlebug, the spider-looking thing here. Now, this one does have a couple pieces that are unique to it, but the easiest way to find it, there's actually two things. Number one, this one is in a poly bag inside here, and you can very easily tell. Now there's two of these that have a poly bag inside, so that doesn't give you the definitive on it, but it's also the only one that has this stick. So and the stick is outside the poly bag, so that makes it actually pretty easy for you to be able to figure out in that respect. If you feel this stick, then this is the scuttlebug. It's also the only one that has these rounded pieces, and it has four of them. Though those are a little bit harder to find, I think really the stick and the poly bag are the main ways you're going to want to look for scuttlebug. Moving on to the Torpedoted. Anyway, for Torpedoted, what you're going to want to look for, a couple of these pieces are easier. So number one, this seaweed piece right here. It's the only one with this seaweed piece. It's pretty easy to find. It's a little bit flexible, so that makes it a little bit harder, but overall, that is very easy to catch in there. Additionally, these arms, it's the only set that has these arms in there. Those are a little bit harder to feel than that, but you also have the 2x1 pieces with the hole in it. Again, it's the only ones that have that. The problem is there is a couple that have 1x1s with the hole in them. So I would probably say best way to find Torpedoted is on the seaweed portion here. Next, we talk on the Gloomba. The Gloomba, it's this pot right here. It's the only set that has this pot on it. That's going to be your best bet in finding the Gloomba. It's very easy to find in the bag because it's a little bit thicker. Easy to put your little pinky in too, similar to a lot of the character packs that have, the minifig packs that have, hair and stuff like that. So that pot right there. For Swoop, so Swoop has, okay, so basically with Swoop, there's a couple things. These wing parts, it's the only one that has these. These are pretty easy to feel. Additionally, this part right here is the only one that has both of these parts on it. Though, I will say, there is another one that has this bottom part, and that's the one-up. So you'll know if it's the one-up. So if it has these and it doesn't have the one-up cup part, then you've got your Swoop. But to double check, to triple check, to make 100% sure you have it, these triangle-like wing pieces is the only set that has those. Then onto the amp. All right, so for amp, a couple ways I have found is, number one, these lightning bolts. It's the only one that has the lightning bolts. It has a lot of them. It has 4 of this one and 2 of this one. So if you find those, you definitely found it. Additionally, it's the only one that has these 1x1 ones with a clip. A couple of them other ones have the clip, but this one has 4 of these 1x1 clips in them. So if you find those, you have found your amp. But like I said, additionally, these lightning bolts are also relatively easy to feel. Now moving on to the 1-up, I wanted to show you this. Obviously, this is actually probably the easiest one to know that you've got it, is this part right here. It's very thick. It's basically, too tall, right? It's the only one that is this thick in the entire series. Very easy to find. But it also has that one piece that's on the Swoop, okay? It doesn't have the other part of it because it's got the long version, but it does have the bottom part. But again, for the Swoop, if it doesn't have this in it, then it is the Swoop. And that is very easy to see. For the bony beetle, kind of the same thing. This one, you're going to look for the shell. The shell, it's the only one with that shell in the entire series. So again, very, very easy to figure that one out. And finally, the parachute bob-omb. There's a couple of pieces on here that you could go for or feel for. First and foremost, this one right here, very easy to find that in there. It's relatively large. It's got a cup, so it's easy to feel through the bag. And then on the cactus, there's 2 of this piece right here. And this piece right here, also very easy to find, is the only set that has those in it, and it's got 2 of them for the cactus. So with all of that, that is all the full field guide for the Series 3 set. Now, we haven't opened them yet myself, but my son wanted duplicates of 3 of these, so we're going to have 2 Bashful Boos. We were lucky in our third attempt at getting these. We purchased a total of 34 packs to find all of this. I will say that we purchased them online. I will say we returned a good amount of them, so we're not the type that's going to be trying to resell them or anything like that. But he did want the 2 Bashful Boos, so he has. We're gonna have an extra one of these. We're gonna have an extra amp, and we're gonna have an extra Torpedoted. So those were my son's favorite. He's 4. And I am partial to the 1-up, so I'm keeping an extra one of these myself. So in total, we'll have 14 of these duplicates of 4 of them. But this is the first series we've gotten the complete set of, and it is very hard to find these in stores, is why we got them online the way we did. But very happy on that. Let me know if you are interested in me making videos of how you might be able to make replicas of these in case you end up not being able to find them. I was thinking about doing this for the fact that I don't have all the Series 2s, and I only have 1 of the 10 Series 1s. But comment if that's something you'd be interested in doing. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to Brickwise for more videos. And I want to say thank you very much to the subscribers I already have. Genuinely appreciate you. My goal right now is 100, and then I might start a Discord channel and officially launch Patreon and things of that nature. So I want to thank you all, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.